Those who are online are able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can someone speak, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll get started. So how many problems are over? We finished with this, no? This was the last problem, right? Listen. Now we'll start with the fifth one. So the question is, f of x is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. So we need to find the local maximum and the local minimum values. Also, we need to find the local maximum and the local minima point. So what is the function? It is x cube minus 6x square x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. Okay, x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. So what is f dash of x? It is going 3x square minus 12x plus 9. Right. So f dash of x equating it to 0, we get 3 into x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 3 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. Right. So x will be equal to 1 or 3. Now what we will do is we'll find f double dash of x. So f double dash of x is going to be 6x minus 12. Now we need to check the critical points here. So what is f double dash of 0? Sorry, f double dash of 1. So it is going to be minus 6, which is less than 0. So 1 will become a point of maximum. Right. Similarly, what is f double dash of 3? It is 18 minus 12, which is going to be 6, which is greater than 0. So here 3 will become the point of minimum. Now, what are they asking? They're asking us the value. Right. What is f of 1? F of 1 is 1 minus 6 minus 5 plus 9 is 4 plus 15. It is going to be 19. So what is f of 3? So f of 3 is going to be 3 cube is 27 minus 6 into 3 square is 9 plus 9 into 3 plus 15. So what are we going to get? 27 plus 27 is 54, right? This is 54. So 54 minus 54. So you're left out with 15. So f of 3 is going to be 15. So the maximum value is 19 and the minimum value is 15. Okay. Make a note. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Will we proceed to the next one? So next question is g of x is equal to x by 2 plus 2 by x, where x is greater than 0. G of x is equal to x by 2 plus 2 by x, where x is greater than 0. Okay. So what is g dash of x? It is going to be half minus 2 divided by x square, because the derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So if I equate this to 0, we get x square is equal to 4. So x square minus 4 is equal to 0 is what you're going to get, which implies x is equal to plus or minus 2. So the critical points are plus 2 and minus 2. So what is g double dash of x? It is going to be 0 minus 2 into, what is the derivative of 1 by x square? This can be written as minus 1 by x power 4 into 2x. Because I treated 1 by x square as y. So derivative of that is minus 1 by y square, that is x square the whole square, into derivative of x square, which is 2x. So I use chain rule. So this will cancel this. Okay, if at all you don't get this idea, what you can do is you can write this as x power minus 2. Then it will become minus 2 into x power minus 1. Sorry, minus 2 into x power minus 3. So that's what you will get. So 2 into 2, 4, minus of minus is plus, 2 divided by x power 3 is what is g double dash of x. So it is very obvious. In the place of x, if you substitute positive value, you will get positive. Substitute negative value, you will get a negative. So from here, it is obvious that g double dash of 2 is going to be greater than 0. So 2 will become the point of minima. Similarly, g double dash of minus 2 will be less than 0. When you substitute minus 2 here, it is a negative value. So this implies 2 will be a point of maximum. Right. So what is g of 2? So g of 2 is going to be 2 by 2, 1 plus 2 by 2, again a 1. So you're going to get g of 2 as 1. What is g of minus 2? So when you substitute minus 2 here, minus 1, minus, it will be minus 1, minus 1. So answer will be, I'll come to that point. It will be minus 2, right? But the question is, so x is greater than 0. So we need not take minus 2 at all. From this, what we can conclude is, wherever minus 2 was involved, it need not be taken into consideration in this problem. The reason why I solved completely is because if the domain is changed to real numbers, except 0, you should be in a position to do it. So with respect to this question, what will happen is there is no question of maximum. So you need not find this g of 2 at all. So the only option is you have local minima. And where do you have that local minima? At the point 2. And what is the minimum value? It is, 2 is the minimum value. So this is not needed. Then this should be taken into consideration. Okay.
Sir.
I wrote 1, sorry, 2 done. G of 2 is 2.
Sir.
Because 1 plus 1. Yeah, tell me.
Shouldn't g double dash of x should be 4 by x cube, sir?
Okay, 4 by x cube, correct. But still, I was thinking only of that x cube. I didn't substitute the value if you see in the problem.
Okay, sir.
I use a logic that when you put a positive value, you'll get a positive g double dash. So this one is 4. And this minimum value need not be taken into consideration. Okay. So make a note of it. But actually, what is the domain of this function? Any doubt there? Clear? So what is the domain of this function actually? So in this case, it is positive real number. If they ask you to, so you can write any real number except 0. Why are you removing that 0? Because this x is there. Okay. Shall I proceed? G of x is equal to 1 by x square plus 2. That is the seventh question. So seventh question is G of x is equal to 1 by x square plus 2. Right. So what is G dash of x? Minus 1 divided by x square plus 2 the whole square into derivative of x square plus 2, which is going to be 2x. Clear with this? Right. So this will be minus 2x divided by x square plus 2 the whole square. So minus 2x divided by x square plus 2 the whole square. Equating this to 0, what will you get? You will get x is equal to 0. Because x square plus 2 can never be negative. Sum of two positive numbers can never be 0. Sorry. X square plus 2 can never be 0. Sum of two positive numbers can never be 0. Hence, x is equal to 0 is going to be the critical point. So when this is the critical point, what is G double dash of x? Apply U by V rule. So it become x plus 2 the whole square into derivative of minus 2x is minus 2 minus 2x into derivative of x square plus 2 the whole square, which is going to be 2 into x square plus 2 into 2x the whole divided by x square plus 2 the whole square. Now the question is, if I take the 0 and substitute it here, this whole thing will disappear. Because if I put 0 here, 0 into anything is going to... Now, okay. Whole power 4. Right. If I substitute a 0 here, it is gone. So what is that you will be left out with? Here you put 0. And here also you have x square plus 2. No? Yeah, x square plus 2 the whole square. If you put a 0, it will become 4. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8 divided by 0 here. 2 power 4 is going to be... So it's going to be minus half and it is less than 0. So x 0 will become a point of... 0 is a point of maxima. So what is going to be the value? What is G of 0? Half. And this is going to be the maximum value. So maximum value is half, and the local maximum arises at x equal to 0. Okay, so make a note of this. What happened? Solra. Engada? Idwa. Put 0 down. 2 square is 4. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. This value is g double dash of 0. Okay. So last problem you have is f of x is equal to x into root of 1 minus x. So that is 8th or 7th. So 8th one, f of x is equal to x into root of 1 minus x. Is there any condition given? So x belongs to 0 to 1 open interval. Right. So what is f dash of x here? First function into derivative of second function, that is 1 by 2 root of 1 minus x into derivative of 1 minus x is minus 1 plus root of 1 minus x into derivative of x is going to be 1. If I equate this to 0, then I'll get the critical point. So it is minus x divided by 2 root of 1 minus x plus root of 1 minus x equal to 0. So when you take the LCM, you will get x by 2 is equal to 1 minus x. So what I did is I took it to the other side. So you will have x by 2 into root of 1 minus x is equal to root of 1 minus x. Take this root of 1 minus x to the other side. So x by 2 is equal to 1 minus x. So which implies 3x by 2 is equal to half, or x is equal to 2 by 3. So x is equal to 2 by 3. Right. Now the question is, what is f double dash of x? So what is f double dash of x? You have to differentiate the whole thing and then substitute this 2 by 3. So can you do it and tell me? What is the value? I asked what is the double dash x value and I'm getting. Simplify. That's why I left it to you. You can simplify. Okay. Let's see what go by the point of pretty answer. Is it right? Run a math symbol. Fine. What is it? What the f double dash of x value? Substitute the function here. So 2 by 3 power 1 by 3 square. 3 power 3 by 2. 2 by 3 power 3 by 2. Both are same. See. Got it. You either get 2 by 3 root 3. Rationalize 2 root 3 by 9. Both are same. See, tell me one thing. Did you all get the f double dash of? You got the function of f double dash of x. You need not simplify f double dash of x. Once you get that function, all that you need to do is take 2 by 3 and substitute and check whether the final answer is negative or positive. Don't sit and waste your time in simplifying that function. Good, no? Varun, அதுக்காக தான் பண்ண சொல்றேன் practice. நானே பண்ண என்ன இருக்கும்? That is why I asked you. see f dash of x is equal to minus x by root of 1 plus x plus root of 1 minus, sorry, 1 minus x. No? Correct? Okay. Now, here there is a 2. Okay. Now, if you take LCM, what will you get? Minus x plus 2 into 1 minus x, the whole divided by 2 root of 1 minus x. Correct? So this is going to be minus 2 minus 3x divided by 2 root of 1 minus x is f dash of x. So what f double dash of x equal? 2 root of 1 minus x into minus 3. One by 4 root of 1 minus x into minus 1. The whole divided by 4 into 1 minus x. Correct? Now what you will do is, you will take the 2 by 3 and substitute it. Don't simplify this. Got it? So I will repeat it result. Which one? This one. You're talking about this. Okay. Okay. See. The f dash of x is going to be equal to minus 3x plus 2 divided by 2 root of 1 minus x. So what is f double dash of x? So it is going to be 2 into root of 1 minus x into minus 3 minus of minus 3x plus 2 into derivative of 2 root of 1 minus x will be 2 into 1 by 2 root of 1 minus x into minus 1. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. The whole divided by derivative, sorry, the square of 2 is 4. Square of root of 1 minus x is 1 minus x. So all that we need to do is take x is equal to 2 by 3 is the critical point and substitute it. Don't simplify this expression. Why I am telling this? If you take x is equal to 2 by 3 and substitute it here, this will become 0. When this is 0, this whole term is going to become 0. Right? So, did you understand why it is 0? Because minus 3 into 2 by 3. 3 and 3 will get cancelled, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So, here around will be left out with a term. So, 2 into root of 1 minus x. 1 minus 2 by 3. So, 2 into 1 by 3. And you have a minus 3 divided by 4 into 1 minus 2 by 3 is again going to be 1 by 3. So 2 will cancel this 4 2 times. This will go to the numerator. It will be minus 9 divided by 2 root 3. Since this whole thing is a negative value less than 0, x equal to 2 by 3 will become the point of maximum. So x is equal to 2 by 3 becomes the point of maximum. And to find the maximum value, we have already substituted. So when you substitute 2 by 3 here, you will get 2 by 3 into root of 1 minus 2 by 3, which is going to be 1 by 3. So you will get 2 divided by 3 root 3. So 2 divided by 3 root 3, when you rationalize it with root 3. So root 3 by root 3 into root 3 will become 3. 3 into 3 is 9, and numerator you have 2. So this is going to be the maximum value, and this is the point of maximum. Here. Done. So the next set of problems. Prove that the following functions do not have a maxima or minimum. So prove that the following functions do not have maxima or minima. If you look at the first question, f of x is equal to e power x. So what is f dash of x? E power x itself. So if you equate e power x to 0, you will get this value to be 0 when x is equal to minus infinity. You will get it when the value of x is minus infinity, and minus infinity can never be a, it's not a part of the domain. So it's not a part of the domain itself. Hence, there is no maxima or minima for e power x. Similarly, if you look at f of x is equal to, sorry, g of x is equal to log x, which implies g dash of x is equal to derivative of log x is going to be 1 by x. So if you equate 1 by x to 0 for maxima or minima, then what will happen is x is equal to infinity, which is also not a part of the domain. This can also not be a part of the domain. It should come to the denominator, no? I know the graph of e power x. E power x will become 0 only at minus infinity. That is the reason I wrote it. Okay. So if you look at the next one, h of x is equal to x cube plus, so x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So what is going to be the value of h dash of x? It is going to be 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Remember, this is a polynomial function. For a polynomial function, the domain is going to be real numbers. The domain is real number. Okay. So h dash of x is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Right. Now, if I equate this to 0, then I should get some value of x from this domain, real number system, for me to generate this expression to 0. So this is basically a quadratic equation. So if I take this to be the quadratic equation and find its discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac, if you observe, it is going to be 4 minus 4 into 3 into 1, which is going to be minus 8. It is a negative value. Since the discriminant is less than 0, there is no possibility of real roots. So no real roots are possible. Hence, this function also has no maxima or minimum. Okay. So I hope I'm clear. The next question is, find the absolute maximum value and the absolute minimum value of the following functions in the given interval. Okay. First question is, f of x is equal to x cube. The domain of this function actually is supposed to be real number, but they define the domain only between -2 to 2. Okay. So from here, what is going to be the value of f dash of x? It is going to be 3x square. So if I equate it to 0, we'll get it as x equal to 0. The next thing that you're supposed to check is the 0 falling between -2 and 2? Yes. Hence, it's a part of the domain. The next question is, what is f double dash of x? It is going to be 6x. Now we will check f double dash of 0. That is going to be a 0 itself. So x is equal to 0 is neither a point of maximum or minimum. It's a point of inflection. But the question is there a possibility of absolute maximum and absolute minimum possible for this problem? The answer is yes. Because though 0 is there, when you draw this function, you're going to draw this function only between -2 and 2, where -2 and 2 are included. So in these kind of problems where in the domain you have a closed interval, you need to check what is the function value at the extreme also. So if you check it at extreme, that is, if I check what is the value of f of -2, it comes out to be -8, and f of 2 comes out to be +8. So this is going to be the maximum value, and this is going to be the minimum value. So I'm repeating it, listen to this carefully. In the problems where the domain has closed interval, where the extreme points are included, right? In addition to you finding the critical point, and see, in this problem, you got f double greater than 0, less than 0, that will decide the point of maximum or minimum. So you need to check what is the function value at the critical point. Along with that, you need to check what is the function value at the extreme points also. Among that, whichever is greater will be the maximum value, and whichever is least will be the minimum value. So in this problem, yes, the answer is there. So -8 is going to be the minimum value occurring at -2, and +8 will be the maximum value occurring at +2. Is the point clear? So make a note of it. Tell them. Open interval means nothing. You cannot decide. There is no maximum or minimum. Shall we proceed to the next one? We'll do one last problem for today. Shall I proceed? Listen. So the second question is, f of x is equal to sin x plus cos x, where x belongs to 0 to pi. Right? So when we do it in the shortcut method, right, when we do it using the shortcut, we know the answer for this. So the coefficient of sin x is 1, coefficient of cos x is also 1. So all that you need to do is find root of a square plus b square, where a is the coefficient of sin and b is the coefficient of cos. So here you will get the answer as √2. So to that value, add a plus or minus. So plus value will be the maximum value and minus value will be the minimum value. Okay. But we will do using the derivatives. So what is f dash of x? It is going to be cos x minus sin x. So equating this to 0, you get tan x is equal to 1. So you'll get cos x is equal to sin x, which implies tan x is 1. So now look at the interval carefully. It is between 0 to pi, meaning it is between first and the second quadrant. So in the first and the second quadrant, where will tan x take the value 1 plus 1? It will take only in the first quadrant. So here the value of x is going to be equal to pi by 4, which is a particular solution, not a general solution. It is only pi by 4, right? So what is f double dash of x? What is the derivative of this? It is minus sin x minus cos x. So when you substitute pi by 4, both are acute angles. So this will be minus and this will be negative. So the overall value will be negative. Am I clear with this? So it is going to be negative. Which one I'm talking about? F double dash of pi by 4. So pi by 4 will be the point of. So maximum occurs at x equal to pi by 4. Okay. Now, if you find what is the value of f of pi by 4, what will you get? So 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. You will get root 2. So root 2 is going to be the maximum value. But here what we are supposed to do is you check the values at the extreme also. So what is going to be f of 0? F of 0 is 1. What is f of pi? Minus 1. Because sin pi is 0, cos pi is minus 1. So what are the three values you have in hand? F of 0, f of pi by 4. Okay. So f of 0 is 1. These are the values. I'm talking about function values. You have 1, root 2 and minus 1. So among these three, which one is maximum? Root 2. So root 2 is going to be the maximum value. What about minus 1? That is going to be the minimum value. So though we didn't get a critical point for a minimum value, still the function has a minimum value because of its domain. Are you able to understand? So make a note of it. So this exercise, I will solve it completely. You need not do it. Okay. So we'll wind up. Yeah, tell me. Yeah. So there you need to check. Minus root 2 will come at which point is what you need to check. Okay. So you cannot take that as the maximum or the minimum. So that plus or minus root 2 will occur when this happens between. Can you tell me what should be the interval in which you will get plus or minus root 2? Let me see how many of you are able to think. What should be the question for you to get that answer? 0 to? It should either be 0 to 2 pi or 0 to 3 pi by 2 also. It should be that value. இல்ல அப்படி கிடையாது. First and second in the problem வந்து பார்த்தாலே see you will be able to find it out. Tan x will come out as 1. இது வந்து 4 வாட்டி பண்ணா உனக்கே ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். கரெக்ட். ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் சொல்றேன் இரு. ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஸோ இதை நீ 4 வாட்டி பண்ணாலே உனக்கு புரியும். tan x is equal to 1. கரெக்டா? The next thing that you're supposed to do is check the domain. So that is the expected answer. அது எடுத்துட்டு போய் டைரக்டா பண்ணாது அப்படி. நான் இப்ப சொல்றதை நல்லா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. ஷார்ட்கட் எதுக்கு சொல்றேன்? பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் a derived answer and you can remember. There is nothing like I directly told you that this is the answer. கரெக்டா? If you remember, the other day I actually showed you why it is like that. நான் ஏன் root of a square plus b square எழுதணும்னு காட்டினேன் நான். So when you do that, I'm repeatedly telling you concentrate on the domain. The expected answer is plus or minus root 2. But in this case, why didn't you get it? Because the domain is restricted. So now you make a note of it. இப்போ நீ எழுதிக்க வேண்டிய பாயிண்ட் என்னது இதுல இருந்து? What is the lesson you have learned? He asked a question, no? Now it gave the answer. What is that you need to write beside? அது எழுதிட்டு எந்த டொமைன் இருந்தா பிளஸ் ஆர் மைனஸ் ரூட் 2 எழுதுமோ எழுதிக்கோ. Yes, that's right. Only for this function. Sin x plus cos x இருந்தா மட்டும்தான். அது வேற ஏதாவது ஃபங்க்ஷனா இருந்தா இட் will change again. இந்த ப்ராப்ளம்ல ஏன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து தேர்ட் குவாட்ரண்ட் எடுக்கிறேன்னா tan x is equal to 1, tan is positive the first and the third quadrant. That is the reason. புரியுதா? So அதை நோட் பண்ணிப்போ. Next time don't forget it. Make a note in your class itself, classwork itself. Clear?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.